Welcome back, everyone. I have a brand new hammock hot tent to share with you. I'm excited about this, not sleeping on the ground anymore. Just walking into camp and let's get set up. It's about -5 out here and a little windy. This should be an interesting setup for a tent I've never set up before. Before I bust out this hot tent and get set up, I am gonna get a fire going. Over the last few weeks, someone must have been here and left me some nice dry firewood. That's a win. Whew, that wind is chilly. Considering it's about 5 below zero, I am not pissing around with a ferro rod. I want a quick fire, so I'm just gonna use a lighter. Feel better already. Nothing beats a good campfire. It is hammock hot tent time. This is the Onewinds Penumbra. I've never set this up. I know it's about 6 feet tall, so let's start with the Ridgeline. A bag of goodies, stakes, skylines, all sorts of stuff. We'll get into that in a sec. Fire jack, and a little window for the chimney opening. That's kind of interesting. And we're getting some snow. This is awesome. This will be a good night. Man, this thing's massive. This thing's a monster. I'm gonna go around the tent, get the 4 main stakes done, and I'll get back to you. That thing's a palace. All right, some guy lines and some shock cords. I'm assuming these are for the side tie outs, so let's go ahead and do that. Next step is to stake out these guy lines and open this tent up. The beauty of hammocking is you're typically around trees. So I'm just gonna tie these ones off instead of staking them. There is multiple zippers here. Unzip this one and run your suspension through the hole, like so. That's kind of awesome. My suspension's seen better days. I'm gonna have to replace that soon. But for the time being, I just go above the rip, and it seems to work for me. Pretty generous hole for a chimney. That's nice. You can always cut your stove jack bigger if needed. Not the best pitch I've ever done, but for the first time, it'll do. I'm gonna take a little bevy break, and then I gotta go find some tent stove wood, because the logs over there are good for the campfire, but not for the tent stove. Catch up with you guys soon. Firewood here is super easy to come by. There's an abundance of blowdown, which is awesome. I started breaking a sweat processing this down, so I'm taking a little bit of a breather. Don't want to get my base layers soaked, so I figured I'd enjoy this little bit of sunshine that's poking through, enjoy the campfire, and yeah, take a break. Definitely a little frozen out here. We're pushing 3 o'clock, so I only have about an hour and a half, 2 hours of daylight left, tops. So I gotta get the chimney done, get the stove in, and then I'll move all the rest of my gear and the firewood in. I'm all moved in. This Penumbra hot tent is massive, like so much room. You could sleep 2 people in here and the hammock, like no problem at all. I got my firewood behind the stove. I got my gear on that side out of the way. I kind of wish I brought my chair, but I didn't. So I'm gonna sit on the ground, do some fire prep, and get the stove rocking. The Onewinds Penumbra is a game changer. Hammock hot tenting for the win. Like, I won't sleep on the ground in the winter ever again. If there's no trees, I won't go there. It's that simple now. Not only am I testing out the hot tent tonight, I'm testing out Signtech's 4-bladed wood stove fan. I've never used one of these. Let's give it a whirl. That did not take long to start spinning. And yeah, it's moving some air. So yeah, you give that a whirl and try not to melt it. So it's only like 5 o'clock, pitch black outside, and I'm hunkered in the tent. So, time to cook some dinner. I got southwestern style pinto beans and 2 pork chops. It's gonna be a feast. Let's get cooking. Well, again, I forgot to hit record. Whew. So I had the doors open and figured out these zippers. The one at the top actually closes down onto your suspension system, and this one zips up to it, sealing it off completely. Then you have a bottom zip to open the doors. Playing with the doors, it got cold in here pretty quickly. So yeah, I get some more wood in this fire and dinner's ready. Just realized how hungry I actually am. This is going to be good. I'll get back to you guys in a bit. I absolutely demolished that plate of food. It was delicious, but yeah, in the hammock, relaxing. It is cozy in here. I'm going to review both these products in the future. I wanted to get them out and test them first, and so far so good. No complaints yet. The Onewinds Penumbra. This thing is unreal. I am in heaven. I have a full review coming for this hot tent. I'm beyond impressed. This thing's a palace and it's comfortable. I'm going to enjoy this for a little while and I'll catch up with you guys soon. Jam as much wood as I could inside the stove, damped her down, and I think it's bedtime. Catch you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It is pretty chilly. The stove did go out on me, but it's alright. 10 Fahrenheit quilts kept me warm. Yeah, it's pretty windy out there. So this will be a quick pack up. I'll get back to you when I'm done. It is 10 to 7 in the morning. I really wanted to stay for some daylight and get some photos out here, but it's cold and it's not happening. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll catch you next time.